much discussion on tribe economics between firbolgs, because that seems to be broken with a pure barter society, and I want to know how that works. But we don't need to actually do that. That's just what I think that Quincy would be interested in.
Well, is there anything
You think
else
intertribal problems would have problems with
Well, what if Tribe A had something that Tribe B wanted? You couldn't, but how would you?
Well, the thing is that there was always the meeting of the tribes that would happen every insert time period here because I haven't thought about it.
Yeah.
We walk through the trees every insert time period here to meet with the different tribes. Every tribe hosts it another time. We catch up and talk things, and sometimes you meet a boy or a girl there, and it's fun.
Ooh, is there a special boy or girl in Bryn's life?
Well, I mean,
spill it.
I don't want to talk about it.
All right, in due time.
Yeah.
So is there anything you guys want to talk about before you get back to town?
Eventually, I think we need to discuss what we're going to talk to the mayors about. We've kind of... I feel like we have progressed beyond the sacrificing, which is good, but not actually found as alternate solutions so much as just ticked her off. Which is probably not great.
But I think it's also promising that these witches and the northern demons might be connected somehow. So I think we offer that as well. That we have a lead on where they are, and we will track them down.
All right. So we scared the witch off, which is true. And now we're going to go. And now we're going to hunt her down where we think that she has fled to, which is and also solve that demon problem to the north. There we are. No doubt.
We lived happily ever after.
There might be one or two steps between those two.
We live contently ever after.
Yeah. I guess it really depends what you define as ever after.
We will have to find a way to house Miguel.
Yes.
Because if I remember correctly, they do not have a stockade. Or they have a stockade, they do not have a prison or anything like that. So we will have to fashion something. But he is to never be free.
No, but he can... Alright, if he is going to serve some purpose...
Yes.
Then we should allow him to fulfill that purpose, whatever it is decreed to be. So maybe it is time to hand that to allow the mayors to weigh in on that decision.
He will have to pick extra mushrooms.
I think he would be a nice offering to Titania if she's asking for a person. He might also help us in whatever Dahlia says the queen wants of us.
But in the interim, he could help with mushroom picking, just saying.
I suppose. I don't want any mushrooms.
No,
but they're so good.
I don't feel like he would pick the good mushrooms.
No.
That's true.
Yes. So, with that, the discussion, which Miguel is fully hearing because we're no longer several hundred feet away in a hut. Miguel, you have proven to be of potential use, and therefore we have deemed your existence to allow to be continued, at least until we get to the village. You should be infinitely thankful.
Or until you are disobedient and we are forced to kill you.
Yes. Which is always, of course, on the table.
Yes.
I ungag him to see what he has to say.
Well, unfortunately, I never got a chance to show you how useful I could be.
Precisely. So now you do have a chance to show
Excellent.
us how you can be of help.
So, what skill set do you bring other than murder?
Well, I was going to spy on that witch for you, but you chased her off, so it doesn't seem
I
possible
mean,
now.
she would have turned you to stone pretty much immediately. I don't know if you noticed that part. Not stone. Turned you into like a zombie topiary statue. A little gross.
Let's not
Very
underestimate his skills.
No, I think he could have
mean,
made an excellent zombie statue.
Look at what happened last time. I pull out a bobby pin.
If you want to braid his hair, that's perfectly fine. He's chained.
I think that went over Walt's head.
I don't recommend it. I don't know when he last washed his hair, but
Yeah,
I don't think that
speaking
was
of, I need a bath.
I prestidigitate you.
Thank you.
Yes. I think it's going. Thank you, Fear, but after spending time in that place, it's going to take more than that spell, I think, to make me feel particularly clean.
That's
I take
reasonable.
some sage out and I start burning it.
That's nice. Better.
A little better.
In-
It always makes me feel a little better.
it's-
Kind of just gets rid of the negative
it's the-
energy.
Yeah, definitely a step in the right direction.
by the way, watch your step. Kravitz was very hungry.
Oh, Kravitz.
He truly is the best of us. All right. At this point, I assume we can probably manage to get to a village.
Yeah. I just wanted to give you guys a chance to talk about stuff if you wanted before there are ears around.
Can I talk to Kravitz?
I don't know. Can you?
May I?
But it's
I-
Easter moment.
Walk up. I catch up with Kravitz a little bit and say, "So, Kravitz, where are you from?" Do I have
Is
to
there a
roll for
special
insight?
horse in your life?
Last I saw you, you just kind of like, what is it? He just like came down from the sky or something.
Yeah.
Or am I remembering that wrong? So,
Yeah, he had a grandiose entrance.
Yeah, he rode down a rainbow or something like that. Or a moonbeam. I think it was a moonbeam.
Right.
Taste the rainbow.
I've never seen any sort of animal come down from moonbeams, so that was pretty cool.
He just like looks at you
Ah!
out of the corner of his eye as he's walking.
Is
He has
does he
style.
understand me? Can I understand? Is he trying to talk to me?
Is this your special horse?
I'm trying
He
to
seems
speak.
to understand you. He seems to understand everything that's said around him. He's pretty
Because I
smart.
think he possibly knows the language, doesn't speak it, of course.
I mean, as far as I'm trying to talk to him like he's a normal horse. He might not. He probably isn't. But Bryn doesn't know that. She's a little confused. She's just trying to interface with the world the way she knows.
I pat his neck.
Yeah. Is he? So he's not talking to me. Is that? It's a little rude.
He can understand you. Are you expecting him to speak in common?
No, they just sometimes they get, like that look in their eye that says stuff.
Like that inside joke thing.
Kind of.
Like
Yeah.
they know what you're thinking. Well, he can understand you, yes. He can understand anybody who speaks our tongue.
Okay, so he's just ignoring me. Hey, Kravitz, is it something I said?
In his defense, we're on a slow march back to the village right now. I think he might be preoccupied, and I think he's hungry.
He's certainly not constipated.
No, he's doing very well. He's very healthy.
He has regular bowel movements. Everything is going
Look,
very well
Kravitz.
for him.
Big Kravitz kind of. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
figure you out, horsey.
Sorry, my boss was texting me. He kind of like, you can tell he's listening to you, Bryn, but he doesn't really respond. But he keeps making like eye contact with you and like almost doing like the kind of raised eyebrow look, like.
So I can't speech a beast and leave this, huh? Okay. All right. Kravitz, I see how it is. We'll talk later.
I want to get away.
I call for some sugar out of my spice pouch,
Okay.
and I feed it to Kravitz,
Okay. He eats it. He kind of.
and I smile. The way to a man's heart is through his stomach, Bryn. Can't you, like, manifest an apple or something? Isn't that...
Well,
Horse-
Lex said that I couldn't with Druidcraft, so I can't. I'm not bitter about it already.
Yeah, it sounds like there's some bitter feelings there.
What do you mean I can't just magically create plants, Lex? God damn you.
No, but I'm sure you walk by apple trees, so you could have them manifest apples for you.
Sure. Then I'll do that, and I'll give
Okay.
him an apple.
Okay, he likes the apple. He eats
We're
it.
going to be friends, Kravitz. Just
And he said, and now he starts actually speaking full sentences. Very.
Allergic to apples!
No. These are golden delicious. I don't like those.
Yes, exactly.
Oh god, I hope that's
Oh
how
my
he
God.
sounds.
Yes,
That's how he sounds.
that's totally how he sounds. I love it.
Whatever. Oh my god.
He really wants a smoking jacket. You got to make that happen.
That's right. Yeah.
I've never seen a toothbrush, mustache, and a horse before, but
And a monocle. He needs a monocle.
Yes.
Yes. Well, we can make that happen at the village.
all right, let's go to the village. I'll stop trying to talk to the damn horse.
Well, part of the issue is he's actually not a beast. He's
That's what I thought,
celestial
but
being. So he understands you, but it's almost like it's almost like he finds it degrading that you're talking to him like he was a mere animal. He's so much more. Say it in his voice, Brett. Tell him.
Why is this woman speaking to me as a horse? I don't understand.
Why is she neighing at me?
what's wrong with being horse? Horses are nice people.
It's entirely
He
uncouth.
thinks she would say if she could understand that. All right.
Oh shoot! All right, so you guys get back to town around nightfall. They let you in. You notice Captain Garson as you guys go through the gate, eyeing Miguel kind of quizzically, but he doesn't say anything. And kind of without a word, Garson kind of motions a couple of the guards over, and they proceed to escort Miguel back to the stockade and put him back in it.
Excellent. Captain, we must speak with the mayors if they are available. It might be good for you to join us if you can.
Says yes. I believe they're at the inn. There was a town meeting not long ago.
Oh, what about?
Just all of this. He waves at the tree. which
Oh.
is noticeably bigger than when you guys left
Oh, boy.
earlier today.
Of course it is.
I didn't do that part.
Is there concern? Why were they meeting about it?
He says, I don't know. I wasn't at the meeting.
Let's go discuss then.
Mhm.
Yes.
Hopefully it's just like how much they love Anna and how much they get along with her and stuff, right? Right?
We will find out.
Mm.
We have news. We have news on Ezryn as well.
Yes. I think we might be able to change it from the mad to the cowardly as she ran away.
Burn.
All right, so you guys are heading to the inn,
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
the Applegate Inn. I almost forgot the name of it. So by the time you guys get there, you see some townspeople leaving as you approach the building. And by the time you guys enter, you see the Lord and Lady Mayor, and you see both of the Applegates kind of seated at a table. And as you come in, Verna and her husband stand up and kind of offer you guys food and drink and start getting things for you.
I would appreciate something to drink.
And the mayors say, please join us. Tell us how it went.
I sit next to the lady mayor.
Okay.
Nobody speak up at once.
Well,
Well,
You're the charismatic one, aren't
Well, yes.
I can talk. You want me to talk? I'll do it.
1, 2, 3. No,
We're fine. We're fine. It's okay.
I
you?
feel
Here are
like
the facts as
look.
they occurred.
Fear,
think
Fear. Do you wanna play tic-tac-toe? Let's play tic-tac-toe.
Oh, I love tic-tac-toe.
So we took the prisoner over to the witch. We had a quick discussion with her, and we told her that she broke the agreement because she sent the dragon to us. There was a little bit of a discussion, a disagreement, and she manifested a giant toad thing.
she attacked us. Whatever
She
forces.
did attack us, yes.
She did attack us.
Whatever. So whatever forces she could muster, these undead creatures in her own tree hut, everything, she attacked us with it. So
We were able to dispatch all of her minions, and we were able to destroy her hut, her place, and she ran away. I have an idea. We think she is a fiend, and we think that perhaps she is. She may be tied to these demons who are attacking from the north. I think our best bet is to track her down to there and take care of the demons while we're there.
and more than running away, she teleported away, which is disconcerting because none of us is able to teleport yet or know how to find her wherever she might go.
It wasn't a spell, though.
But it wasn't
I know that.
a spell. She's somehow able to do it naturally,
She is some sort
innately.
of disgusting, aberrant creature.
And we also think from our little friend over here, we think she may have an enemy in the Queen of the Fae.
And
That's
speaking
many.
of the Fae,
That may help us.
we
Yes.
hear you had a discussion about matters. Is there something we should be aware of?
No. The mayors kind of look at each other. We haven't decided anything yet. So
Decided what's to decide. I mean, your
So-
village has protection of Fae, right? That's good.
I'm not sure I understand where we stand now. So you drove her off,
Mm-hmm.
but
We did.
she's still out
did.
there somewhere.
We drove her off. She's not going to be. You will not. The contract is ended. You will not be taking any more villagers to her. And now we are on the hunt for her.
I see. Well, if that is the last we see of her, then that's a good thing. And you
Exactly.
still believe that this tree that you've planted will protect the village as well as she did.
Can I insight check the mares just to see, like, if they're hiding anything or if everything's on the up and up? Or
Sure.
because I don't know.
So in the meantime, does anyone respond?
Yes. It is my understanding that in time, if not now, because this tree has grown much bigger than it was when we left, this will help. This will protect the village from all of the strange rifts that open up. All of these things that will protect the village that from the things that have destroyed most of the rest of the civilizations.
I ask them, have you spoken with Anna as of late?
A bit. We exchanged some pleasantries.
Yeah, perhaps you all should come to terms about, who really rules here. I'm not sure what her intentions may be, though she does seem helpful.
She seems like a very nice lady.
Yeah.
I also I rolled a 13 Lex. I don't
Okay.
know if you want to use my passive wisdom or
Yeah, I mean, you don't see any signs of deception that you can detect.
Okay.
To be clear, Lord and Lady, you rule here.
Right.
You need to make that claim.
Correct.
You need to claim this land for yourselves and for your people. Anna can be a very good ally, but this is yours.
Yes, and fortunately, when we talked to Anna, we did learn that she's not very familiar with the fairy court, so she's not really able to advise us on dealing with the queen or what to expect or anything like that. If we had someone who was more familiar with the nobility, it would be very helpful.
I pull Dahlia from out of my hair.
Yes, I'm here. She like smooths out her dress. Fixes her hair. Yeah.
Larissa, you've got the fairy in your hair. You really need to take a shower.
Yeah.
She says, "Yes, I did spend a lot of time at court, in the Queen's company. I'm happy to help if I can." And you see Malcolm just kind of nods at her thoughtfully, but Amanda gives her this very like piercing look, and she says, "Yes, I think we will take you up on your offer. We have many questions for you."
I should emphasize our friend Dahlia here is an ally.
She is my personal friend.
Yes.
Well, do you mind loaning her to us for a few days so we can try to figure out how best to approach the Queen? Or whether
Dahlia.
she'll approach us, I don't even know.
I wouldn't mind some tea time.
I'm happy to help, Talia says. Excellent. Well, I'm reluctant to say good job because time will tell what the repercussions of all of this is, whether this is for good or ill. You've either driven away someone who's been preying upon our village for some time, or you've made a benefactor into an enemy. We'll have to see how it plays out.
Hey, I'm sorry. Is
She-
she really a benefactor if she's taking one of your people
You would have run
every month?
out of villagers to provide. And what what would you have to rule? But the trees around you and the empty buildings?
Until she came for you next.
Well, we'd have nothing to rule without her. You came here because it's unheard of for villages to exist in this day. Yet
This
here
is
we
true.
are.
This is true.
And we are dedicated to allowing this village to remain.
Well, if you could find this witch and deal with her more permanently, I'm sure everyone here would sleep a lot better for it.
That is our plan.
As
is the
would
plan.
we, as she now knows us personally.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
we will hunt her down, and we will take care of the demons while we're at it, so that your guard is more can rest.
Amanda says, well, it's been a very trying few days for everyone. The people of this village have had a lot happen in the last few days in a place where things seldom change. So we will choose to view this as a victory and a cause for celebration, at least publicly. Give the people something to celebrate, take their minds off their troubles, and we can keep the more troubling details of this on a need-to-know basis for now, I think.
I think this is good news. I think this is good.
Yes, very good. When I get up and excuse myself from the table, I will take a bath now and rest.
All right. Well, you guys are all, excused from the mayor's presence. You do find that they're serious, and they ask Dahlia to stay. And even before you guys leave the room, they start just bombarding her with questions about the fairy court and how things work, how the queen operates, what she expects from her subjects, just everything under the sun. And Larissa, as you look back one final time as you leave the room, like Dahlia gives you this kind of hunted look, like, save me!
I did want to have a word with Dahlia before leaving her to the mayor's, and
Okay.
just sort of maybe go upstairs and then send her after, and say, be mindful and careful of how much and what you share with them.
Telling Dahlia to be wise about things? I mean,
Too much. Too much
A lot to
information. Too much information can be too much. Just if you prefer, I can make myself available, but I know you to be capable.
She says, yes, I know. The queen is not a forgiving person. So be
Yes.
careful not to tell them too much. in case
Right,
she
they
finds
want-
out.
They do want to deal with the queen, but we know her to be deceitful, and we don't want to lead them down a treacherous path more than we already have. And then I just sent her off, and whoever it is that needs to draw me a bath, I'm gonna. I'm going to call them and give them a gold piece or what have you, and
Cool. So
yeah.
I have, I guess, a suggestion. Just, why don't you guys kind of discuss a bit what you want to do next, and then hopefully by the end of the session tonight, we'll know if you guys want to take some downtime or not. Because if you guys wanted to, I'd be cool with that. But it will probably depend on what you decide you want to do next and how much time you feel like you can take and all that good stuff.
I mean, if you as the DM think that we're not going to get attacked by things if we take downtime.
I don't think he's going to tell us that. Yeah.
No.
That's a bit meta.
But like, for one thing, I know that left to their own devices, the mayors will probably keep Dahlia busy for at least a couple, 2 or 3 days, just picking her brain of everything she knows and doesn't realize she knows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to leave the village without Dahlia. So
Okay, so that puts us in the village for a while, which makes sense because Wall would probably want to stay near the village at least, just to make sure there's no instant retaliation from the witch.
Yeah,
and also remember, you guys just got back from your trek like the day before.
yeah,
Right.
So-
Right.
And that was quite an ordeal in the fairy forest with no sleep for who knows how long. And
Good point.
Mhm.
I want to know if Wall knows more about the witch, and if he does not, I want to try to research what type of creature she may be.
I know that she is a fiend, or she's undead. She could be undead, but I think she's a fiend
I
because
don't think she was undead. I
Quincy?
would have known she was undead.
Yeah. So fiend? How do you know she's a fiend?
because this sword I have now, it glows now when I am in the presence of a fiend or an undead.
And it glows.
when yes, the hellhound that we've yes, I smell sulfur. When I killed the hellhound, the sword should have the glow should have gone away, but it did not. It did go away when the witch disappeared.
But didn't we have zombies around?
It did, but they were not far. They were too far away.
yeah, they've been vaporized.
So have I read about something like that already, or do I need to try to do a research montage?
Make a Arcana check.
research.
21.
Nice.
Yeah, I think based on what you've seen and what Walt told you, you think there's a good chance she's what's called a hag,
Mm-hmm.
which is a type of fae. They're ancient, powerful witches, often thousands of years old. And you have heard tales of hags who leave fairy and end up in the Nine Hells for whatever reason and become twisted by the energies there and become actual fiends as opposed to fae.
And the only thing I really care about, because I'm an egomaniac, is how did that bitch get away from me? That's what I want to learn.
Well, Bryn had a little information about that. I think maybe Phoebe forgot.
I know it was a plane shift. I think that was what you told me.
Yeah.
Well, I told you that you're pretty sure she went to a different plane. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
and that's all I got. I know it wasn't a spell. I just know that it was a plane shift.
So next time we encounter a hag, we do not tell her to go to hell. She will take it seriously.
All right, no hell references. So I'm going to try to research if I can, since I have that starting point. I'm going to go actively research hags and see if I can figure out how they plane shift.
Okay.
That's how I'm going to spend downtime if we're taking downtime.
Are you going to go back to the city?
Is there a library here in town?
Not per se.
No. Oh, then going back to the city is too much work. All right, I'll just not now. But it's going to eat me up inside. Just putting that out there.
letting
I
you know.
don't know what plane she went to. Maybe she went to hell. Maybe she went to the Feywild. Maybe she, I don't know.
I don't care where. I care how. I want to know.
She just does. She just did it.
I
I
have
don't
never
know.
just done anything.
Well, I just do things all the time. Look, I turn invisible. And then I unturn invisible. See?
Hmm.
I didn't even really have to learn that. That's just
I guess I
we just
can
all
produce
do that.
flame, but everyone can make fire, right?
I pull out my flintlock and
Flint?
flint and steel.
Flintlock.
He's
Yeah,
not wrong.
flint and steel.
He's not wrong, technically.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to hijack
Definitely
it.
not right.
So
Meanwhile,
I sent you guys an email with
Yes.
some of the loose threads that are dangling, and they're probably not all of them. I'm curious if anyone thought of any I missed, because I'm sure there's got to be some.
All the ones that yeah, they
I
all
had that open. Demons, Edo.
Miguel is like a big untied thread.
Yeah. I feel
yeah.
like we need to discuss this with the captain of the guard.
meanwhile, upstairs, I've got a rose and just like putting just on my bath water.
And
Just
See the demons.
that sounds quite lovely.
We do want to, remembering his dream with his mom, Wall does want to take some time with Anna and walk the perimeter of the protection of the tree to see if it actually does encase the village, or if there are any spots that are still unprotected.
Okay, yeah, you do that, and it's well beyond the wall. At this
Nice.
point.
Okay.
It's
Quincy's
it's
one-
pretty much to the tree line.
Oh, wow.
So
So
outside the
farming.
wall, you have like fields and stuff, and it's beyond that into the forest.
Nice. Okay.
Wow.
That'll help.
I probably want to try to see what's on the scrolls in the scroll case and identify the helmet. In order to identify the helmet, I need a pearl worth 100 gold.
Is somebody going jewelry shopping? 'Cause,
To the jewelry store! Jewelry montage!
So I can trade. I have like coins, and we can like trade them for things. We got that.
That's how it works. Good job.
So I have
You
like a
leveled up.
lot of them, and I don't really know what to do with them. So like, if you want to like use mine, you can.
That's very sweet of you, Bryn. Why don't I help you use your coins for you?
Why?
So you could have maybe shinies that you didn't know you needed.
Like what though?
Like maybe you could get some apples to feed Kravitz. You could.
I mean, I
apple
can
seeds.
make those. You just go into the forest and get apples. Pierce.
Oh,
Come on.
I'm a city girl. We don't have access to those things. I don't understand.
amateur. If you can, like Ina garden.
Yeah.
If you can't grow your own apples store bought, it's okay too.
So here you need a 100 GP pearl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say
Per
that-
identify spell.
Yeah, you can find one of those here.
Okay.
I think Logan would probably have one he can sell you.
Does Logan have a 300 gold piece diamond?
That probably not. He would love to though. So if you find any, let him know. He's totally in on that deal.
Before I do
Alright.
that, is everyone okay with me using 100 gold to identify this helmet?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Of course.
Now,
I don't
yeah.
want to
Yeah,
steal.
I'm
Giant
pretty
plain
sure
veil
that's-
goes, yes, of course, please.
I'm pretty sure that spell doesn't consume that.
Oh, I
I
think
don't
it
think
did.
identify.
It doesn't
costs
consume it.
anything.
Yeah.
It
costs-
doesn't. So I just hold it forever.
Yeah,
The
so you
pearl-
can
the
cast
pearl,
identify infinite times as long as you have.
Yeah,
that.
the pearl doesn't get consumed, which is great.
Okay, good. Then I can identify forever.
Identify forever.
Unless you lose the pearl.
No,
Don't lose the pearl.
Or you
Don't-
run out of
don't
spell
actually-
slots.
damn it.
Well,
But
it
you
is
can
a
still identify-
ritual.
You can still do it with a short rest. So
It is
Yeah.
a ritual. The identify spell is a ritual.
It is. Yeah,
So you can take-
I've chosen many rituals because I'm scholarly. So I cast identify upon the helm.
it is a helm of comprehending languages.
Ooh. Is it also heavy armor?
No. Which is good because you don't.
Yes, because then you don't have to be able to wear heavy armor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fear, this means that you can understand us when we speak Elven, finally.
I'll just be wearing this
And
giant
Sylvan.
stupid helmet.
No. Hey, I was teaching her Elven, if I remember correctly. It worked
Alright,
out rather
so-
well. She was
So
an excellent-
basically, you can cast comprehend languages at will when you're wearing it. So
Nice.
it's very simple.
All right, and the scrolls.
The scroll is the spell Thunderstep. Thunderstep.
Yeah, that's immediately how I heard it.
Thunder.
All right, and the 3 vials. Do I really have to taste them?
Yep. Well, I mean, if
I
you
mean-
want to use the identify spell, you can.
I mean,
Oh.
I offered to taste.
I can
them.
just cast them as ritual, so I will do that.
Okay. You have a potion of Fire Giant Strength. A
Fear giant.
a potion of clairvoyance,
Mm.
and a potion of acid resistance.
I thought you were going to say acid reflux.
Acid reflux. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, you have a very chalky pink
That's the
potion.
cursed version.
I think the acid resistance is a chalky pink potion. Resisting.
Makes sense. It's a base.
Yep.
The
All
one that
right, I'll
coats is
stop
the only
stealing
one
the
you
show.
Sorry, Lex, what was that?
need. The helm does not require attunement, by the way.
Okay, so
Nice.
anyone can use it anytime.
Yeah.
You just have to, and it's like a full face helmet.
Yeah.
Like a Magneto helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Nice.
here's the picture in the book, which it doesn't necessarily have to look like that, but
Oh, nice.
Yes.
yeah, it's kind of freaky.
Oh, but what about your fire hair?
I'll just be extra warm.
You just have
It'll
little,
be-
like,
be
smoke
fine.
It'll
pouring
be
out of the
singed
sides.
inside. Yeah,
If
it
you
gets
touch
hotter.
the helmet while it's on her, you'll burn your hand.
Maybe it had like the
touching a
hole in the
hot
top and your
pan.
hair comes out like a big plume.
Okay.
So-
Yeah, we'll have to modify it.
So if we can craft a tin container of some kind, then we can have like tea anytime we want it.
Oh my god.
I can also like prestidigitate tea. Jesus, people.
We
Yeah,
put
where's the
beer in the
fun?
stove. Let's use camp
Just have you
stove.
being a walking teapot.
You get a little percolator thing on the top of it, where it pops whenever it's done.
I'm glad you're all having fun at my expense. Fuck you all.
This is very enjoyable. There is one last thing that we should probably do tonight.
Hmm.
We should probably let Dorinda know what's happened.
Ah, yes. And I bring out my sending stone.
Can
That's
we?
a
How
little
many?
dust
How
off
many,
it.
how many words is that?
25.
25.
25.
25. Is it all right if I help you this time?
Please.
All right. 25.
Much help. Wow.
Here we go. Let's see.
Manny, do you have like, are those like cucumbers?
Yes.
I love you.
So in character. So in character.
I love you. Just did it like that. Oh my god.
In the bath. Just
Yes.
Okay.
I just get really nervous every time I use it, and I just
I completely understand.
do you though.
I do. I did not talk very well.
I don't know. I can't tell.
So what do you guys want to do next?
Demons.
Demons, huh?
Demons
All right.
and
Right?
maybe downtime. Downtime and demons. Yes.
Sounds like a book.
yeah. Don't give wizards another idea for book.
Yeah, right.
I'm working on my novel, Demons and Downtime.
No, that's way too descriptive. They would never use that as a title.
That's
No.
true.
It'll be called Fluidity Gibbets.
There goes.
It'll be
Chronicles
Alcazar's
of
Vacation.
old things.
Manual. I don't know.
I'm not so. I wouldn't be surprised if Elminster gets his own book.
Oh yeah, totally. That'll be the next one. Elminster for sure.
Okay.
Elminster's book of irrelevant things.
You know what? I can actually see that title already on a book, like exactly as written.
Yes.
Tensor's flying book.
Thanks. Okay.
Yeah.
Let the word counting begin.
Yes.
D&D taking the
accounting.
new heights.
So we'll wall counts words. Quincy would like to. What time is it, by the way? It's late.
Not super late, but it's after dark.
Oh, well, Quincy would like to go to bed then, probably. It's after wheel. It's time to go to bed.
Yeah.
It's after we.
We don't want
programs
Jeopardy
are
over,
over.
so you know.
Actually, I'd like to talk to Quincy for a little bit. If you're okay with that.
He's like about to go to bed and then.
Quince, are
Her
you
mouth
awake?
is making that talking sound again.
Yes.
Are you sure? You looked like you were going to go to bed, but whatever.
No.
Anyway,
Yes. What can I do for you, dear?
you said you're an archaeologist, right?
Yes. I was before they shut down the department, but I like to think of myself that once you're an archaeologist, you always are.
So, can you explain to me? I think I know, but I'm not entirely sure. What do archaeologists do?
We uncover the lost secrets of the past.
Like, you uncover lost things.
Yeah. We find lost items, lost civilizations, understand what they were, who they were.
So, would you help me find my lost civilization? Because
Sure.
that's what you do, right?
Generally, they have to be sort of usually lost to time more than lost to.
How about like 2 or 3 years?
It's a pretty short period of time, but the firbolgs, as you've described them, are an interesting group. I would happily help you down that path. Having you as a guide would definitely help. Nobody really has anything written on the firbolgs.
Well, I mean, we don't write a lot of things down. We can write, sure. I mean, it's a useful skill, but it's
Right.
not really our way. We're more of an oral tradition.
Well, exactly.
Things are
And
more
this
fun
is-
that way, you know.
All of this is interesting. Yes, I would be honored to help you with that. I could see a paper being written on it.
Okay, awesome. We're gonna find him.
I would be curious to see how the firbolgs have managed to evolve over the last millennia and change.
I don't know.
How's your society altered since before the Sundering catastrophe?
I think you'd have to find one of our bards for that. That's not really my specialty.
Well, if we find the bards, we should probably be able to find some other parts of the society, should we not?
Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of tribes out there, but I've never. Well, after mine was destroyed, I didn't know how to get in contact with them.
Yes, of
magic.
course. Yeah, let's do this. Absolutely.
This is great. Archaeology is so cool, I think.
We agree. I think we're stretching archaeology a little thin here, but I'm happy to have a convert.
Wall walks up and hands you a piece of paper, Bryn.
Oh, thank you.
See this.
Here.
Telegrams.
not very good at spelling. Well,
Sorry.
Wow, when the
I did
firbolg
not.
tells you you're a bad speller, you're in a real bad way.
okay, do you have like the actual?
Oh yeah, I put it in chat.
Oh, I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh,
Why don't you
wait.
see
I'll
it?
just bring it up. I think that was my bad. All right, here we go. Village safe from which, for now.
You have to say it with my accent.
Okay.
No.
Luckily, I didn't press the button. There's a button. I'm just saying that.
You retconned a button.
Village
It's canon.
safe from which, for now. Planning to deal with demons next. Tree protects whole village from risk now. Staying here for now. Stay safe. How did I do?
That was very good.
Thanks.
You sound like you come from my father's village. Very good.
Awesome. I've always had a sort of a thing for accents. That's why I sort of lost mine pretty quick once I moved to the city.
Ah, yes, I understand now. How long were you in the city?
Oh, just a couple years. I didn't get out much though.
So Dorinda responds after a few minutes, and she says, "That's good to hear. When things have settled down at the village, come back to Elandria for your indoctrination."
Indoctrination.
What?
What did she say?
Is that the wrong word? That might be the wrong word.
That's the right word.
No,
Oh, okay.
that's fine.
Definitely, potentially the right word. It just screams a bit cult-like.
Okay, technically we are like all in mystery cults, so
Yeah.
I may
Yeah.
have
I
done that.
suppose.
What do you
You've
call
drunk
it
that
when you
Kool-Aid.
join something, or when you're?
Initiation.
Initiation.
Or
That's
have we
like-
been initiated already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this whole quest with your initiation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we just need to be
This was the
indoctrinated.
hazing.
Yeah.
I don't know. So you get like the official badge or something.
Ministry.
Ah!
What?
Chat.
All right, so we're gonna do a bit of downtime. Quincy would like to take some time during downtime at the temple, praying to Dianara about fixing a piece of tarnished land that happened to have a witch on it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and help with that.
Just, a general idea of what we can be, that there is something that is abhorrent and unnatural that needs to be brought back.
You're more of the praying type, though. So
I can pray.
you're a cleric, but yeah,
That's kind of the deal.
the whole
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that's just basically it.
I'll be like sitting there with you, but I'll be like opening an eye.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's however you pray is fine, I guess.
Like, I'd like to imagine too. Like, there's when you're saying grace, there's this video of this kid is just reaching out for food while they're saying grace with his eyes closed. This is...
Oh gosh, me as a child. Make a green bean.
I don't think Dianara has a problem with that. Hunting and gathering seems to be kind of her thing, so that sounds kind of like hunting and gathering.
Well, the next day, while you guys are doing your various things, you're summoned to meet with the Lady Mayor Amanda, and she summons you to the inn where it seems she's been spending a lot of her time talking with Dahlia. And when you guys arrive, she basically tells you that she's actually learned quite a bit from Dahlia. It took some time. Dahlia knows a lot more than she realizes. She knows a lot of things that don't really have significance to her, but when she told them to Amanda like had significance to her, that kind of stuff. So it's been a pretty long process of kind of teasing out the information. But what Amanda tells you is what it sounds like from what Dahlia has told her is that the Fae have such a low opinion of humans and of Primordia that they probably have some time. It's even though suddenly this new piece of real estate has appeared, it's like on the wrong side of town, so to speak. So the queen isn't going to be in a huge hurry to come claim it. So it sounds like if they can figure out some way to have a claim of their own before then, that they might be able to keep their independence, and indeed the queen may never come just because it is so firmly tied to the mortal world. It's kind of the weird fae that live in these places that they call like the borderlands, that are kind of in both planes at the same time. A lot of the like, for instance, the noble fae don't like those areas. They don't like dealing with non-fae. So it may not be as dire as they first thought. But I mean, definitely eventually the tax collectors will come, so to speak. So when that day comes, they want to have something ready. But she says maybe we can find someone with fairy blood or some tie to nobility, or maybe even honor herself or something. But at least it seems like we have some time to figure something out.
Is Larissa here?
Yeah, you guys are all there. She called all of you to meet.
Can I roll an insight check on Larissa when she says that?
Sure. Larissa, you can roll deception if you're wanting to be deceptive. This would be an opposed
I'm
roll.
deceiving? Wait, what am I deceiving?
You're deceiving in
Poker
natural
face.
20. Oh, you can't see it. It was a 20.
No, I'm. Am I
Am
I the one regurgitating all this information?
No, I'm looking for any kind of a reaction when she talks about somebody of Fey bloodline.
Poker face. Poker face.
So what was that with your
So insight is plus 21 with my insight bonus.
Okay.
So you got +1.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a pretty good roll. So Manny, does he perceive any reaction from you to that?
Well, that is a 14 from me. I mean, yeah, I do. I lived. I don't know how he would, unless I share this information, but I did live in the Feywild for much of my life, and my one half of my family's side is Elven. Whether they are nobility, you and I, Lex, haven't really fleshed that out.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have any particular, anything particular about nobility in the Feywild or what have you. But
So no real reaction or
yeah,
like a questioning look or anything. Okay.
Yeah, I'd say, Manny, based on what we've established as far as how you were treated when you were in the Feywild, that if you do have any kind of royal blood or anything like that, the queen definitely doesn't know of it, because they wouldn't have treated you like that if they thought you were noble.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So no, but I would. I was going to look over at Quincy and say perhaps Dianara could claim this place. I thought that was a thing we thought.
Or bless it
about.
in her name. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I have been. I will retreat to the temple and beseech upon her to. There are a few things that I think I may be able to be blessed to enable around here. Between this village falling under her protection and reclaiming that tree in the area around the witch's hut back to the natural order. I think I have my work cut out for me.
So is our plan to head over to the north to deal with
Yeah.
Town.
I think Demon Town.
Demon Town, downtime,
Yeah.
then Demon Town, or Demon Town then downtime?
Demon Town.
Like either way, I don't have any particular burning downtime that I need to do, but if anybody else wants to take some downtime acts, they can.
Is the like going back out to the witch's place? Is that something Quincy can do during downtime, or is that something that, or is it something that he's able to do now?
I just want to figure out how I can consecrate, like unconsecrate, deconcentrate. Yeah,
Consecrate.
That's point.
Sanctify.
consecrate versus
Undesecrate.
well, yeah, consecrate.
The opposite.
It is desecrated. You want to consecrate it? Yeah.
Clean
Yeah.
If the witch is gone and she doesn't come back, the desecration will fade over time. It will take a while.
Right.
Ways to speed that up would be either the hallow spell or using lots of holy water.
I could just beseech upon a god to pay attention to it.
You also bless
I'm
a
not
lot of
saying it's
water.
effective, but if Dianara
Quincy?
showed up, I figure like that would
We could-
solve the problem.
We could take like daily treks out to like water the garden with holy water.
Quincy
Yeah.
just gets a bunch of volunteers to hut with water buckets, just like
Hey.
blessing every bucket and just.
I was gonna
Hey,
say,
yes,
I can control water, and I'll go like that, and you can just go
Here's
really
a
fast, and
here's
I'll be
a
done.
question
Right? That's
Yeah.
how it works, right?
to ponder. So, Kravitz is celestial.
Uh-huh.
If he peed on the garden, would that be?
No.
The places where he pooped are now hollow.
There's
There's
more
little
the
sweet
holy
flowers
water
growing out of
than
them.
just praying
Oh.
over it or casting a bless spell on it. too.
Celestial
Oh,
poop.
Just so
fine.
you know.
No celestial pee. All right, fine.
And I mean, that's probably not the best method because, like, one vial of holy water purifies a 10-foot area. So it would take a lot of holy water.
Have you ever seen a horse piss? Like,
At least
it
a
never
vial.
ends. You just stand there waiting, like,
Yeah, no, I don't plan on heading out there, and like, I just quite happy to pray from where I is.
You want to pass the buck, you know?
there's thoughts of-
Hey, I prayed about it, guys. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to do. I mean, I called upon the powers of the universe. I mean, what more can you ask of me?
You have described the entire cleric class.
No, I did not get out of my chair, but that shouldn't matter.
Right. Dianara is everywhere,
That's right.
including this chair.
That's right. Even in my ass, which is comfortably parked in this chair. My
And
holy
I
ass.
might add, still intact. Yes.
Yes. There are no swords in it.
Exactly. It's not been stabbed once. It's quite good.
So,
Yeah,
so does anyone have any need of downtime? Because, I mean, we don't need to do it just to do it. I thought someone had something they wanted to do, but maybe not.
Nope.
No?
I don't particularly have anything.
I acquired a pearl. I found out this bullshit town has no library. I'm done.
This town has no diamonds. I'm done. By the way, nobody die, because you're done.
Right.
And when she finds out that you guys are going to hunt demons, Dahlia says, you know, she'll take one for the team and stay and talk to the mayor, you know, on her own. You know.
Your sacrifice
Very
is
brave of you.
appreciated, Dahlia.
I put a leash on her and just pull her with me.
Oh shit! You are gonna get pixied in the eye.
I'm like, you're coming.
No, the mayor needs me. I'm very important now. And she gives me cookies.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Every question I answer, I get a cookie.
And you're this big, so that's like a lot.
Yeah.
Her metabolism is crazy.
All but flying.
Lazy.
Mhm.
One orbit around the mayor's head, and she's already moved off.
Yeah.
So in addition to keeping track of party loot and gold and shit, I'm starting to take notes on what we do so that we can
Good.
maybe collectively remember a little better. And I added in a quote of the day, which
Oh,
is when Quincy said Fae seem to operate on their own schedule. I like that a lot.
Very good.
Where's
But
the
I'll share that as
lie,
well.
So yeah, to the demon nest then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
North.
To Demon Town.
though?
Demon Town.
Yeah. Not great for tourism, but they have other industries.
We have long rest at this point,
Yes.
or not?
Yeah.
Okay, because it was like
cool.
the next day or whatever. Okay, cool.
Are we going the next day? Or are we going to spend a day?
It might be worthwhile, like, spending one day, maybe, but
Just to make sure the witch doesn't come back right away.
yeah.
Maybe make sure everything is in order and do what we
Yeah.
need to do.
Maybe talk to Anna. Like, hey, Anna, watch out. Evil hag, maybe incoming.
It's not a bad idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when she walked the perimeter with me, she actually is able to move around the village then, yeah? She doesn't have to be like tethered to the tree?
Who, Anna?
Tree's pretty big.
Oh, I didn't. I wasn't thinking she walked the perimeter with you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you wanted her to go with you?
If she could, otherwise I would just do it, yeah.
Yeah, she could have.
Okay.
She can leave its immediate area, but there is like a limit to how far away from it she can go.
Okay.
And she tells you she's not even sure what that is because it has to do with how strong the tree is and things like that. And now that the tree's moved, everything's changed. So she's not even sure how far away she can go.
Oh. Does she want to test it?
No.
She gets
Okay.
She's had enough moving around for now. She's trying to acclimate to her new environment.
Oh.
And,
Yeah. Trees are not known for their, like, vacationing.
They're wandering.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe in the future that'd be a good thing to when the tree's finished growing, see how far she can go.
Yeah. Okay.
I pat the tree and tell it it's looking great. I'm proud of it.
All right.
All right.
It sounds like we have a plan,
I think we have a plan.
and I know what to get ready for. I think.
Hey, it's your own fault for giving us 12 different quest lines to go
Yeah,
down.
right.
Have we
still
finished
feel
a
like
single
there's
one yet?
more.
No. Well, we got to the village.
Oh, that's true. Okay, we can
You
mark that one
you
off.
got the tree.
and we got the tree.
Got the tree. Tree's not finished. So it's
Yeah.
like
That went. That had a follow-up quest, so we
Yeah.
traded one quest for the other.
And I don't know if we actually realized what we were doing as far as, like, what the quest was to really call it completed.
no.
No,
I
it
just-
might be a hindsight completed.
Well, I think technically the quest was to get the tree and bring it back. So in that we were successful.
And you
Yeah.
did deal with the witch.
We
Yet to be
dealt.
seen.
Yeah,
You know.
I think that might be a multi-part quest.
Yeah, there might be a part 2 in there somewhere.
Yeah. But, yeah, we absolutely completed Get to the Village. So, yeah.
And now they
we
want you to come
did-
back. So you know.
Right.
And we did find out how the village was maintaining, how it was surviving, which is the
Right.
witch.
Which was the main
So-
quest. We've already
That was
completed
the main quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can just retire now.
Exactly.